Hello and welcome to the Formatting Autobiography Text assignment in the WYSIWYG unit. You can see I'm on the assignment. This is the beginning of the assignment, but we need to go to the previous page, Part E, to actually get to where we need to start this assignment. So I clicked on Part E, so as you can see I'm in the WYSIWYG unit, Section 1, Part E. So as you look at this, in the previous assignment, we created the CSS and we exported the CSS so we could use it. And remember, the idea of CSS is we set up the CSS styles one time and then we can use them on any document and any web page. Since this is the autobiography assignment, remember it's going to have 5 pages. We want all the pages to look similar with their fonts and titles and such. So we use CSS, and then it'll put the attributes like the typeface, the color, the size. It'll put it wherever we want it to put it on all 6 of those pages. So that's why we do this. So the first step is launch NVU, choose File, New, Blank Document, New Tab, Create. And we're going to do this 6 times. So you see right here, it says repeat it 5 more times. So we're going to get 6 of these things called untitled. So check out how to do this. So I'm in NVU, and you see I have nothing going on here. So now we'll go up and do File, New, Blank, New Tab, Create. So I have 2 of them here. So then File, New, Blank, New Tab, Create. File, New, Blank, New Tab, Create. And File, New, Blank, New Tab, Create. And finally File, New, Blank, New Tab, Create. So I created all 6 of these. These represent the 6 web pages that we'll end up creating for this autobiography work. Now the reason this is important is because you will do a similar assignment as the wrap-up to this course, as for the final project in the last 2 weeks. So you'll do some of these same steps. So we have those 6 pages done. Now let's go down here to the course and let's look at it. So we did this 6 times. And now we're going to save each page using these specific names, because these are going to be the names for our work. And we're saving this in our Unit 4 folder. So I'm going to go back to NVU, so I have Index Baby Preschool. So this page right here, you can see I'm on it because the tab is a different color. So I'm going to do File, Save As, and I'm going to call it Index. And that gives it the name that goes at the top of it. And now right here, I want to make sure I save it in my Unit 4. Index.html, save. So we have index, and then we have the next one. I click on that tab. It's going to be baby. So File, Save As. This one's going to be baby. Okay. Baby HTML in the Unit 4. Save. And let's go back and see what the other ones were. Preschool, elementary, preteen, now. So preschool, elementary, so I click on that tab. It's going to be preschool, so File, Save As, preschool, preschool.html, save. Then elementary, so File, Save As, elementary, okay, elementary.html, save. And what was this? Teen, I think, or something like that. Preteen and then now. Okay, so this tab right here is going to be preteen, so File, Save As, preteen, oops, preteen.html, save. And finally the last one is going to be now. So File, Save As, now. So I have all 6 of my pages saved. So now I'm going to start doing some work on these 6 web pages. These are individual web pages that are going to be part of a website. So first thing, go back to my assignment And it says, now we need to apply the styles that we made before to all of these pages. So we'll do Tools, CSS Editor, keep it in expert mode, link ELT, then choose the file, and we choose My Styles. And we do it for all of these. So let's go back to NVU, and I'm on the index page. So Tools, CSS Editor, keep expert link clicked, click link ELT. Now I go find the My Styles. So I'm right here in my Unit 4 folder. I don't see My Styles, but if you remember, My Styles, oh actually here it is, mystyles.css. There it is. I hit open, and then I hit create style sheet. Let me make sure of those directions. Then create style sheet, then we hit close. So create style sheet, close. So what I just did, see on the index page, if I click right here, see those are the 4 styles we created before. Now if I go to the baby page, see I don't have any styles. So I need to do the same thing for the baby page. So I'm on the baby page, then I do Tools, CSS Editor, link ELT, choose My Styles, open, create the style sheet, close. So now baby has all of those styles. Preschool page, same thing. Tools, CSS Editor, link ELT, choose the file, mystyles.css, open, create style, close. Now I'm going to do the next 3. Tools, CSS Editor, link ELT, choose the file, My Styles, open, create style sheet, close. Preteen, Tools, CSS Editor, link ELT, choose file, My Styles, open, create style sheet, close. On the Now tab, the Now web page, Tools, CSS Editor, link ELT, choose file, My Styles, open, create style sheet, close. Now we did all that work on these, and we need to do file, save. So just get them saved since we did that work. File, save. Of course, we could just click on all of them and hit Control S, elementary, Control S, preteen, Control S, now Control S. It saves them automatically. So now we have the styles in all of these. So in elementary, I'm going to go look at, oops, see all the styles are in there. So if we go back to the directions, so we've done all these, we've resaved all the pages just like we were supposed to. Now we go to next. Now we get into the assignment. Now in this assignment, they're going to have us start putting data in for our autobiography pages, putting information. So open the index page, we type a title, and then we put in the title CSS. Introductory paragraph, and put the paragraph CSS. So real simple. So I'm going to go back to my NVU. I'm in my index page. And my document's going to be called Ron's, or my website's going to be called Ron's Autobiography. Actually, that should be all caps. So Ron's Autobiography is my title. And then I need to do a paragraph. Autobiography is all about me. You will learn about me as a baby, a youngster, a preteen, and see how I am now. So what I've done, I've put in my title and I've put in my first paragraph about me. And I'm a terrible typist, you can tell, can't you? So I've done all of that. Now if I go back to the directions say write an introductory paragraph about yourself and apply the CSS. So watch what happens. Now we're back in NVU. So the CSS, so Ron's about autobiography. So I highlight that, and I want this to be the title's CSS. Boom, look at that. Now I highlighted this. Now one thing you'll notice, I was right here at the end of this second sentence. I hit enter a couple of times because I wanted this paragraph to be set apart from anything else below. That way only this paragraph will have what I want. And this is going to be the paragraph text. See what happens to that. See the color that changed to? Not a great color, but I can live with that. So I'm going to do that for all of these pages. And I've just made those changes on this. I better hit Control S to save it. I'll go to baby. And this will be on as a baby. The baby I lived in, and I'm not going to continue this, but you would type a little bit more. You would type maybe 3 or 4 sentences. Now that I have this on here, I'm going to go up to this, and of course I want to have this to have the titles effects, and this I want to have, whoops, I want to hit enter a couple of times after this. This I want to have paragraph effects. And then I'm going to hit Control S to save the baby page. Now the preschool page. So Ron in preschool. Or maybe I'll put Ron's preschool years. Then I'll hit enter. I lived in Georgia as a young child. I started preschool, and I'd write more stuff, right? You're going to put more stuff in yours. But let me go ahead and format this. So I do that. That's going to be my title attributes. And this is going to be my paragraph attributes. And then Control S to save that. Elementary. Ron in elementary school. I hit enter a couple of times. I went to blah, blah, blah. I'll go ahead and put it in here. I went to Snapfinger Elementary School in Decatur, Georgia. And then I put more stuff here, of course. I'm going to enter a couple of times. So now I'll highlight this. Give it, of course, you know, titles, text, attributes. And then this I will give paragraph attributes. And Control S to save that page. Preteen. Run as a preteen. I lived in West California as a preteen. Moving there when I was 9. I lived there, blah, 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 more stuff. Enter a couple of times. So Ron as a preteen, I'll highlight that. Give it the titles, the paragraph text, highlight that all. Give it the paragraph. So now I have that done. And you can see right here where it says preteen in the preteen page tab. That red thing means, hey, you made a change, you better save it. So Control S. And now so it's to be Ron in 2012. Ron in fall, 2012. I live in Grand Junction, Colorado, blah, 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 right? On yours, I think I mentioned this before, you should probably have about 3 sentences on all of these things. Don't just make it short like I did. About 3 or 4 sentences, and keep in mind, that's going to be the titles there. This is going to be the paragraph. Did I hit enter after that? No, I didn't. I only hit enter a couple of times. Okay. Now keep in mind, as you do this, and this is going to be the paragraph, eventually down here, so I hit Control S, eventually you're going to have a box with some pictures in it and then a little bit more text. But this is the basics of this. So there's that page, the elementary page, the preschool page, the baby page, and the index page. So you can see how all of this is going to work out. So now if I go back to the assignment says apply the CSS for the title. We did that. Write the introductory paragraph, apply CSS, add information to all 5 of your pages. We'll do the images and the links later, don't worry about that. Save all the pages to Unit 4 folder. Well, I did that already, right? When I was doing all this work, you can see none of them have that red box, so they all have been saved. So in the last part of this, it says zip and submit the assignment. And you have to submit, since these are separate pages, you have to make sure you submit the Unit 4 folder. So I'm going to go to where mine's located. So mine's in a file called Web Student Portfolio. Here's Unit 4. Now if I look in Unit 4, check this out. So there's my baby page, elementary page, my index page, my style sheet. So I have all of these things, and these things have to be zipped in that Unit 4 folder so that when another person looks at it as if for a web page, then they would see everything. So I'm on Unit 4, and I've showed you how to do this before. Zip it, so I right click, and then I hit send to compress zip folder. And there it is right here. It's called Unit 4 zip, and that's what you submit. So pretty easy work, isn't it? Now the thing to keep in mind before we go any further on this, I'm going to go back a little bit to show what this ultimately will look like if they have a picture of it. Can't remember where they show the autobiography page. I don't think they have a picture of it. I want to give you an idea of what you're shooting for. What it amounts to is you'll have the text information, just like we had here. Then you'll have a box with pictures in it, and then you'll have a little bit of text below. So that's essentially how this will all work. But here we are, this assignment is finished. So I'm going to go ahead and close that assignment out and get that posted for you. Thanks for watching, and if you follow these directions, you're going to have no problems at all. Okay, bye.